Welcome to Sonali Stories. Today, I will tell you the story of Sri Mahakaleshwar of Ujjain. On the bank of the river Shipra is the holy city of Ujjain, also known in ancient times as Avanti. Avantikayam vihitavataram mukti pradanyam cha sajjananam akala mrityo parirakshanaartham Vande Mahakal Mahasuresham. I bow down to Mahakal, who is Lord of all the gods, who incarnated in the city of Avanti for giving salvation to all good people and to save people from untimely death. When the Mahakal temple first came into existence is difficult to tell. It is mentioned in the Puran that it was first established by Prajapita Brahma himself. Coins of this region from the 3rd and 4th century before Christ have the figure of Lord Shiva on them. The administration of Ujjain was assigned by Peshwa Bajirao I to his faithful commander Ranoji Shinde. His Diwan Suktankar Shenvi was very wealthy, but he was childless. He rebuilt the famous Mahakal temple in Ujjain during the 18th century in the Bhumija, Chalukya and Maratha styles of architecture. This temple has 3 stories. The first level is Mahakaleshwar with idols of Mata Parvati in the north, Ganesh in the west and Kartikeya in the east and of course Nandi in the south. In the middle is Omkareshwar and the uppermost level is Nag Chandreshwar where Lord Shiva and Parvati seated on a 10-hooded snake. The pilgrims can only enter the temple of Nag Chandreshwar on the day of Nag Panchami, which is once a year. A very large kund named Koti Tirth also exists in the temple complex. Kal has 2 meanings. One is time. Lord Shiva is called Anadi Ananta, one who exists beyond beginning or end, who is timeless. The other meaning of Kal is death. This Jyotirling is the only Jyotirling facing south, which is the direction of Yam, the god of death. A person who prays here is protected from untimely death. Lord Shiva, therefore, is known here by the name Mahakal, one who is beyond time and beyond death. Once, a member of Shiva's entourage, called Manibhadra, gifted a beautiful gem, the Sundar Chintamani, to King Chandrasen of Ujjaini. King Chandrasen was devoted to Lord Shiva and would wear the Chintamani around his neck all the time. This gem was glowing and it shone brightly, making King Chandrasen look more beautiful even than the Devtas. Other kings asked for the gem, but he refused to part with it. These kings felt insulted and decided to take it by force. Kings Ripudaman and Singaditya, with their armies, therefore surrounded the city on all 4 sides. Chandrasen came to know about the siege and immediately began to offer sincere prayers to Mahakaleshwar. In spite of the huge armies surrounding his kingdom, he did not lose faith and continued to fast and pray. The great Shiva was pleased. At the same time, a cowherd woman with her young son happened to pass by. They saw the king performing puja. The boy also wanted to do the puja, but the guards did not allow them. Her son decided to perform puja in the same way. This boy Shrikar brought a beautiful stone and installed it in a hut, and imagining it to be a shivling, worshipped it with sandal paste, decorative flowers, incense, lamp lighting, and all the traditional offerings. Lunchtime arrived, and the boy's mother called him to eat. He was so engrossed in the worship of Shiva that he did not listen to his mother. She became angry and went to drag her son away from the puja. She saw him sitting before the linga with his eyes closed in deep meditation. He did not listen, and so she began to drag him along in a fit of anger. The boy got upset and started crying. He was sad that his puja could not be completed. He collapsed and he fainted. When he opened his eyes, he saw that the whole area had transformed itself into a beautiful temple of Mahakaleshwar, covered in gold, jewels, and beautiful carvings. In the temple was a radiant Jyotirling. His mother came running and was stunned by this vision. So she ran to the king and told him how Shiva had showered his blessings. The king also came there, and soon many more people gathered. They spent the night singing devotional songs. What was more amazing, however, was what happened with the kings who had besieged Ujjain. They began to think that King Chandrasen is a great devotee of Shiva. It is not possible to conquer him. Ujjain is the abode of Mahakaleshwar. Not only the king, even the children here are great devotees of Shiva. Any attack here will provoke Shiva's wrath. The best thing to do is to befriend him, and then Mahakaleshwar will bless us. Thus, the kings got over their greed and animosity towards Chandrasen, entered Ujjain with great faith, and worshipped Mahakaleshwar after seeking the king's permission. At this delightful moment, Hanuman made his appearance. All the kings stood up and bowed to him in respect. Hanuman told the kings, O kings, listen. Those beings who are born have no alternative but to worship Shiva. This cowherd boy, without the knowledge of mantra or any other medium, was inspired just by witnessing Shiv Puja done by others. He is great among worshippers of Shiva and has been blessed by the appearance of Lord Shiva himself. He will enjoy all worldly pleasures and at the end will attain salvation. In his family, after 8 generations, a famous one, Nandagop, will be born. Lord Narayan himself will reincarnate as his son with the name of Krishna. From this day on, the boy will earn fame in Bhulok with the name of Shrikar. Both Chandrasen and Shrikar spent their life in the worship of the Lord and then both attained salvation by his grace. There is one more story associated with Mahakaleshwar. Once, long ago in Ujjain, there lived a Brahmin who had 4 sons. All were devoted to Lord Shiva. The demon Dushan prayed to Lord Brahma and received a boon from him that he would be invisible. He started harassing the Brahmins of Ujjain and did not allow them to do their Vedic rituals. This demon king sent his army to ensure that no religious rites could take place in Ujjain, and they began to harass the people. The people came running to the Brahmins seeking help. The Brahmins immediately started praying to Lord Shiva. As soon as Dushan tried to attack the Brahmins, the earth split open with a loud noise and a huge crater formed. Shiva assumed the fearful form of Mahakal and appeared. He ordered Dushan to leave the people in peace. But wicked Dushan did not listen. So Shiva burnt him to ashes with just one grunt. He then applied the ashes on himself. Since then, there is a tradition of doing Bhasma Aarti in the Mahakal temple. People then prayed to Lord Shiva to remain there and protect them always. From that day, Lord Mahakal is considered to be the king of Ujjain, and no king can stay overnight in this city or he loses his kingdom. The Scindia family, who are the descendants of Ranoji Shinde, built a palace called Kalyade Mahal some distance away, and visiting royalty and even presidents and ministers stay there. Such are the legends of Lord Mahakaleshwar, who is a Swayambhu, a self-manifested Jyotirling. One of the important rituals associated with the temple is the Bhasma Aarti, which is the first Aarti done at 4 am. In ancient times, it was done with the ash from a funeral pyre. Now, it is done with ash, which is ritually prepared from cow dung and branches of the shami, peepal, bud, ber, and amaltash trees, along with the chanting of holy mantras. Bhasma Arati reminds us that we have come from this earth and will become ashes. So, whatever time we have, we need to remain connected with God. In ancient times, Ujjaini was a city of great learning, and students came here to study art and holy scriptures. Sri Krishna himself came to Sandipani ashram and studied here with Sudama and Balrama. Mahakavi Kalidas has also described this temple in his epic works, the Meghadutam and the Raghuvansham. He gives a fascinating description of the Mahakal temple, its art, architecture, and cultural events. It is said, अकाल मृत्यु वो मरे जो काम करे चंडाल का, काल उसका क्या बिगाड़े जो भक्त हो महाकाल का. One who does antisocial things may suffer untimely death, but one who is a devotee of Lord Mahakal need not fear even death itself. Om Namah Shivaya.